Alright, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to share with you how I reprogrammed my brain for success. And the reality of the situation is that not everyone can be successful, but everyone can become the person worthy to be successful. And if you have goals around making money online, you want to make a certain amount of income and you're not there yet, it's simply just a byproduct of you not being the person worthy yet. And the only way that I was able to go from being a broke college kid that played video games all day to making $50K per month inside of my agency was when I truly had a self-transformation and I reprogrammed my brain and I reprogrammed my habits for success. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to figure out what you actually want, because this is the building block of what we need to do. And you might be thinking, well, I know what I want, but I challenge you on that because I talk to a lot of people and I ask them their goals around making money online. And they always say, like, I want to make 5K, I want to make 10K per month. And then I ask them why, and they can't even give me a valid reason why. And so you have to get crystal clear on what you want and also why you want it. That is the building block. And if you haven't already done that, go just spend 15, 20 minutes journaling and you'll figure it out pretty quickly. But the problem is it's not that hard to build a vision. What is hard is figuring out what you need to do to reach that vision and consistently doing that for every day for 10, 20 years. And the real and only secret to being able to do this is just relentless discipline. And if you study any insanely successful person, at the height of their suffering and the height of their pain, it was the height of their success. And the reason why they're willing to go through this pain and they're willing to go through all these trials and tribulations is literally just because of willpower and discipline. And willpower is basically the ability to control yourself and your impulses. Same with discipline. The thing about willpower, though, is it's finite, meaning that if you have no discipline and you try to go from 0 to hero and change all of your problems right now, you'll only do that for a little bit because eventually your willpower is going to run out. Whereas discipline is almost like a muscle. You have to build it over time. And the problem with most of the world, and especially most beginners when it comes to making money online, is simply just a motivation versus discipline problem. Most people just rely on motivation to get things done, but by the time that motivation runs out, they give up and they're in a rut until that spike of motivation comes back again. And I'm sure you've even experienced this, where there are some days where you just wake up extremely motivated and you get a ton of stuff done, and then a few days later or a few weeks later or maybe even a few months later, you're back in a rut. Discipline is the ability to control your feelings and overcome your weaknesses. And it's the ability to pursue what you think is right despite the temptations to abandon it. And developing a mindset around discipline is the best thing that you can do, because the reality is you need to prioritize consistent, positive habits to reach your long-term goals. You can't just go from 0 to 10K per month overnight. I'm sorry to break it to you. All the online gurus lied to you. You have to become the person worthy of making 10K per month first, and then literally just like in 1 or 2 months after you become the person worthy, it'll catch right up to you and you'll make the money. The problem is it's difficult to become the person worthy of making 10K per month. You need to become valuable. You need to learn new skills. You need to discipline yourself. You need to give up your bad vices. And one of the best things that you can do, and one of the best mind frames that you can come from, is always thinking and focusing on the long term. Because when you do this, and you're not thinking about, if I do this thing, what will it give me today? What is the reward I'm going to get today? Instead, you focus on, what is this going to set me up for in the future? If I do this work today, is it going to make my life easier or better tomorrow and days after that? If you come from that mind frame, discipline becomes a lot easier. It's like when you're in the gym, lifting weights sucks. Going through all the pain and all that crap, like, it sucks. But if you think of it from the lens of, if I do this today, it's going to benefit me in the future, then it's not so bad. Here's the problem though. Thinking long-term isn't easy because our brain is literally designed to choose instant gratification. I mean, you think of things like social media, views, likes, comments, smoking, drugs and alcohol, partying, Netflix, porn, sugar, like sleeping in. All of these things are glorified by society. And if you want to be successful, you have to be the type of person that says no to all that stuff and literally goes against the grain. That's the only way. You have to at least do that for a short amount of time to be successful. Maybe you'll get to 50, 100K per month, and then you fall back into that stuff and do that for a little bit. But you have to at least give that up temporarily to become successful. And the problem is that if you can't resist these temptations, how do you ever expect to beat any of the people that are willing to give this stuff up for the pursuit of their goal? You won't. They'll kick your ass. Like, you have to give these stuff up. Like, you have to give up social media, smoking, drugs, alcohol, partying, Netflix, porn, sugar, sleeping in, all this stuff that like feels good. It feels comfortable. I get it. But it's not designed to help you win in the long term. And if you're not willing to give that stuff up, you will never become the person worthy of success, and therefore you'll never actually make the money. And again, not everyone can be successful, but everyone can become the person worthy, and then they can be successful. And so, how do we actually build self-discipline? How do we actually build this muscle and train this so that you can actually be successful? Because I'm sure you want to be successful. Well, the first thing that you want to do is, again, realize that discipline is a muscle, and that means you have to build it. And so this is really going to depend on how much discipline you have, but the first thing you need to do, like if you're not already doing this, go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, without wavering, 7 days a week. I don't care how you feel. If you want it bad enough, you'll do it. Once you start doing that consistently, you'll start to build discipline. And then you can use some of the next stuff after that to stack on top of that, like exercise. Work out every day, regardless of how you feel, regardless of whether you want to or not. Get addicted to the feeling of pain. The reality of the situation is there are multiple days of the week, and I also know many friends who go to the gym and they're like gym rats. There are like more than half of the days of the week where you don't want to go to the gym. Like it's not designed to be fun. So that's another incredible way to build discipline. Then after that, you do things like eating clean. Get on a plan and stick to it. It doesn't matter necessarily to me what diet you choose. Just stick to something. Resist impulses. Resist all of your urges throughout the day when you're just like sitting there working. Resist the urge to go and just open YouTube or open Instagram and just like scroll and refresh your your homepage over and over. Like, resist this crap. And then start finding comfort in pain. Every day, take yourself to the darkest places. Like, I think one of the best ways to do this, again, is in the gym. Either cardio exercise or weightlifting, both work well. But confront difficulty straight to the face and feel the pain and end up loving it. Because whenever you experience pain, you know that you're growing and you're slowly becoming the person worthy. Time management. Plan out your days and hours deliberately the night before and stick to it and say no to everything else that comes about. Relentless persistence. Stick to your plan every single day. So again, the night before, like, plan out your exact day. What are you going to do at 9? What are you going to do at 10? What are you going to do at 1? What are you going to do at 4? Like, plan this all out and then stick to it every single day, despite emotions, despite drama, despite uncertainty, despite people inviting you to go do this and that. No, I got a mission to pursue. Stay organized. Like, how do you really expect to make 10K per month and you can't even keep your fucking room clean? It's embarrassing. Keep your room, your house, your car, your email, desktop. Keep it all organized and clean. Because if you can't keep that clean, that's going to be a reflection of your brain. If your room is messy, your brain is messy. If your room is clean, there's a good chance your brain is clean. Set goals. Always look at your vision and mission. I tried to say vision and mission. Vision and mission every day. Practice gratitude. Always look into the future can cause a lot of issues. So be thankful for what you have. And the reality is you can't have it all. Unfortunately, in this world, you can't be the best entrepreneur in the world, make a ton of money. You can't be the best in the gym too at the same time. You can't have the best possible relationship in the world. You can't be the best at pickleball. You can't be the best at swimming. You can't be the best runner all at the same time. If you don't sacrifice for what you want will end up being the sacrifice. When you're 80 years old on your deathbed and you're just like, damn, I wish I just gave that stupid thing up. I wish I just stopped doing that dumb thing that wasn't giving me any benefit anyways. and you're going to live your life with regret. And the reality is like, how bad do you really want it? Like, I talk to a lot of people and I say, look, like, you have to give this stuff up if you want to be successful. All this crap that you're doing that isn't actually going to be beneficial towards your goals, you have to give this up. And a lot of people tell me, like, Trevor, I really want to be successful. I have these goals. I have these ambitions, etc. But the second you ask them to give up or sacrifice something that's important to them, they reveal their true character and priorities. Like, I had a friend who's like, Trevor, I want to grow my business, and he drank. He drinks alcohol like pretty consistently. Like, it's not like an addiction, I would say, but it's enough to deter him and steer up his mind and not have him get the mental clarity he needs to be an entrepreneur. And I told him, give it up. And he's like, I can't. Like, I'm not willing to. And I'm like, okay, then you don't want it bad enough. That's just the reality of the situation. Every time you sacrifice something that's important to you, it's like throwing all the energy and passion of that thing into a fire, making that fire burn even more. And that fire is your real goals, like what you actually want and what's actually important in this life. And so you give up things like watching Netflix. Maybe you're in love with the show and you have so much energy and passion for that show. You throw it in the fire. It's going to grow the fire. It's going to grow all areas of your life. The reality is, I gave up video games, porn, partying, drugs, alcohol. I gave it all up for at least an 8-month stretch. And in that 8 months was when I saw a total transformation following in the amount of money I made. Like, it's that simple, guys. And you'll eventually get to a point where basically every waking minute you have, you dedicate it towards your work or towards your mission, whatever that mission is for you. On top of that as well, if you're serious about this game, every dollar you have should be invested into your mission and vision. Like, there were many times where I spent money that I didn't even really have to pursue mentors, to pursue coaching programs, to buy things that were going to be beneficial. And they might not have been in fruition. Like, I didn't buy the thing and just immediately make money the day after, but they paid me more and more in fruition, the more experience and the more skills that I had every time after that. Again, thinking long term. You might invest $1,000 into a coaching program today, and it might not make you money tomorrow. It might not make you money in the first 30 days, but it'll set you up a year from now. Would you take that trade? Well, you should if you're smart. And your excuses are BS. Like, I can already hear it. You're going to be like, oh, Trevor, well, this one thing, I can't give this up. I know it's not beneficial for me at all. I know it's a waste of time, but I can't give this. I can't live without it. BS. Oh, Trevor, I only have a little bit in my bank account. I'm scared of getting down to this level. I'm scared of investing in a course or a mentor to get help that I know I need because I'm scared of being broke. Bullshit. You've created a lie in your head that these things are necessary and that you like need these things or that these things are like scary. And I promise you that they're not. And you don't need this. And so today was more of like a rant video. It's usually not the smiley, happy Trevor that you guys usually see, but the reality is, even if one person takes this video seriously and changes their life, I'll be happy with that. Because this is what it actually takes to win. The first thing you need to do is you need to become the person that is worthy of making whatever amount of money that you want to make. If you want to make 10K per month, let's just say the typical industry goal that everyone has for some reason. You want to make 10K per month, you have to become the person worthy of making 10K per month first. And then like 2 or 3 months after that, you'll make 10K per month. That's how it usually happens. You don't make 10K per month first and then fix all these things and create all these good habits after you make the money. No, you first have to become the person worthy, and then you'll make the money. And most people just aren't willing to become the person or the people worthy. That's just the reality of the game. So if you take this serious, you'll crush your competition. But hope you guys enjoyed. If you're looking for one-on-one help, you can find the link in the description. I help young men go through this full transformation and not only become the person worthy, but also get the business knowledge and the valuable skills that they need to become that person worthy of making 5 to 10K per month online. And I show you how to do that through remote sales. So you can check out the link in the description if you want to learn more about that. Or if you have any questions about anything that I covered or any questions about the program, you can feel free to just DM me on Instagram. I'm always responding back to people and helping people out. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed. Use those 2 resources if you want. But other than that, you guys take care and have a fantastic rest of your day.